Hello, welcome to DDM Entertainment. My name is Lillian Ofora, and here are the top trending entertainment and celebrity stories making headlines today. On this episode, Kenneth Okonkwo hits back at Victor Umeh, mocks his trademark red cap on live TV. Mary Njoku says Africa cannot pray away bad roads, insecurity, and poor health care. Yomi Fabi shares alleged WhatsApp chats linked to Mwad's widow and calls for a fresh investigation. Emekike heads to court over an alleged INEC data leak. King Madi opens up on her dispute with a former Labour boss. Hilda Dokubo tackles President Tinubu over worsening insecurity. CDQ claims it is difficult to thrive in the music industry without belonging to influential groups. Bella proposes to Jarvis in an emotional moment. Sabinus expresses frustration over Nigeria's insecurity challenges. 38 questions the use of security votes following the Oyo school abduction. Young Sis calls on the government to rescue kidnapped victims or face public accountability. Idris Elba receives a knighthood from King Charles III. Cute Abiola apologizes to former First Lady Patience Jonathan. Nigerian stars Rema, Davido, and Burna Boy shine on the FIFA World Cup 2026 soundtrack. Now to the details. We begin with Nollywood veteran and politician Kenneth Okonkwo has revealed that he has permanently stepped away from acting to focus entirely on his political career. Speaking during a media chat on Symfoni Television on Wednesday, the African Democratic Congress ADC chieftain responded to recent comments by Senator Victor Umeh, a prominent ally of Peter Obi. Umeh had criticized Okonkwo's frequent political attacks on Obi, alleging that the actor-turned-politician owed much of his recent political relevance to Obi's popularity and was also interested in benefiting from Obi's resources. In his response, Okonkwo dismissed the claims, insisting that he had always been self-sufficient due to his talents and hard work. He noted that throughout his acting career, he was adequately compensated for his roles and enjoyed financial independence. The former actor recalled that he attained national fame at the age of 24 through a movie role and stated that even after featuring in the 2020 remake of Living in Bondage, which he described as his last film project, producers have continued to approach him with acting offers.
Let's go to Victor Umeh. First of all, let me make one point clear, and I said this to the glory of God. Not by my own power, not by my own might. Since I was born, I have never lacked anything. Since I was born, I have never lacked anything. So I have never had any reason or need to ask for help monetarily from anybody. So, and I give glory to God. Because assuming he had made me to be born by poor parents, I wouldn't be able to say what I'm saying. That's why the glory should go to God. Assuming he has not given me the talents at 24, that was when I did Andy Okeke. And whatever I said in Nollywood was what I was paid. Whatever hotel I wanted to be, anything I wanted. Until I said I am no longer acting, and they are still waiting for me. Some scripts, some producers are still waiting for me. To date. When he said that the children that are born now, I acted my last movie, 2020. When we did the remaking of Living in Bondage. So even the children of today, they still call me Andy. Because they corrected him when they said, but you know this man was a celebrity. He said, yes, he was popular. He's an actor. I liked him very well. But let's go to Victor Umeh. It was after Victor Umeh said what he said that I now realize why in Nollywood, those men with long red cap, we use them to depict evil men. In Nollywood. Those men, you know, that's why I am always scared for anybody calling me chief. Even when after taking the title in Igbo land. Because chief sounds so much like thief. People might not know the difference.
In a humorous swipe at Umeh, Okonkwo joked that listening to the senator finally helped him understand why villains, entitled men in the movie that often portrayed wearing the traditional long red Igbo cap, a fashion style for which Umeh is widely known. Now, moving forward, we have Nollywood actress and producer Mary Remi Njoku in a post shared on her Instagram page. Njoku emphasized that while prayer plays an important role in providing guidance, strength, and wisdom, real-world problems require tangible solutions. She explained that issues such as poor infrastructure, insecurity, and inadequate healthcare systems cannot be resolved through prayer alone, but demand proper planning, accountability, and consistent effort. Using a simple analogy, she pointed out that food does not appear on the table through prayer, as it still requires human effort, such as farming, harvesting, and cooking. You cannot bind and cast away bad roads. You cannot rebuke a failing healthcare system into working. You cannot pray away the bandits who are terrorizing our lives, she wrote. Njoko stressed that faith and action must work hand in hand for meaningful progress to be achieved, adding that citizens must take responsibility and demand better governance and systems. Her remarks have since sparked conversations online, with many agreeing that sustainable development in Africa requires both spiritual belief and active civic engagement. Meanwhile, the controversy surrounding the death of late singer Mohbad has taken another turn. After Yomi Fabi has renewed his call for a fresh investigation after sharing screenshots of alleged WhatsApp conversations linked to Mohbad's widow and other individuals on his Instagram page on 3rd June 2026. Fabi insists authorities should revisit certain aspects of the case to ensure that all unanswered questions are properly addressed. Attached to the WhatsApp image, he wrote, "This is Omaomi Cynthia Adebanjo, Mohbad's fiancée, on October 2024, secretly discussing and conversing with one of her online paid criminal agents and cyberbully. She confessed to pushing Mohbad. Similar confession or circumstantial evidence are 1. Adurabemi Shedrack Aloba. Don't forget that Adurabemi Aloba, Mohbad's younger brother, who was equally in the house, confessed with Mohbad on the 11th September 2023 in open court during coroner's inquest that Wunmi and Mohbad had a fight. He later sent a detailed confession out on the 11th December 2024. There is video evidence. Something the complete part is still being shielded by Lagos State Police and the Ministry of Justice. 2. Mohbad, Prado Jeep driver. The driver in open coroner court confirmed Owumi Cynthia Adebanjo had a violent encounter on their way home in the early hours, a little past 1 a.m. on the 11th September 2023. On getting home, he confirmed the three rushed out to seek his assistance to drive them to a pharmacy because Mohbad was bleeding and they needed to fetch a pharmacist that midnight. 3. Sodiq Ayobami, aka Spending. Mohbad's friend Spending confirmed a fight between Wunmi and Mohbad. Then 4. Mohbad's father. Mr. Joseph Aloba said Wunmi's secret lover came into Mohbad's house and beat Mohbad to death after he had been pushed and near death. Mommy Mohbad. During her interview on the 11th September 2023, she didn't accuse the nurse but kept saying her son was killed by someone else. Justice for Mohbad. Nigeria Police. Why? Moving on and staying with legal matters, Nollywood actor Emeka K has raised concerns over an alleged leak of his personal information from records linked to the Independent National Electoral Commission. Ike says the incident has left him feeling unsafe and has prompted him to seek legal redress. The case is expected to reignite conversations about data protection and privacy in Nigeria. In the music industry, fast-rising singer King Madi has publicly accused her former label boss Joy Tongo of misconduct, including alleged forgery and attempts to remove her music from digital platforms. During a TikTok live session and subsequent social media posts, Nigerian singer King Madi has continued to speak out amid her ongoing dispute with her former label boss, sharing a series of strong statements via Instagram.
Crazy. So obviously, like, they lost the case. I won that case because there was no evidence. Like, everything she stole from me. She did a bunch of weird things, forging my signature. There are things that I don't want to mention here because I feel like I don't want to be overly emotional, but this woman sued. Obviously, she couldn't sue me because at the time I was 18. I was under 18, so my mom had to come with because there has to be a legal guardian. Because my mom also, like, her signature's on the contract because I was 16 when I got signed, so I didn't have like the right to like be, you know what I mean. So she sued me for $2 million, and she lost the case because obviously, like, what the heck. So after she lost the case, now I'm like, sharp, no problem. And again, I was not posting this period because I'm not like all these things don't really fit me. Like, I can't just come online and be like, oh, dragging people. Like, no, that's not for me. You guys know me. All I do is I post my music and I promote it and I mind my business. Like, nothing else. This lady had caused me so much like trauma, and at first I thought like, oh, like it's calm, like it's me, like shit, I mean, no worry, like I'll be fine. But you took down Pepper Me. I said, I bet. I worked with my team. It was an illegal takedown. After we proved that it was an illegal takedown, they went through the corners again and took down this project. What in the world is your problem? Like, how are you fighting with a kid? Like, so if they ask you right now, like, oh, what did you do with your life when you die, which you most likely will? Like, when they ask you, what did you do with your life? You say, oh, it's King Madi. Like, what's gonna be? What is it? What's up? That's what I'm trying to understand. Because I didn't do anything to you, babes. You sued me. You stole from me and you sued me, and you lost. Did you get, like, if at all is.
In her post, the young artist referenced past controversies in the music industry, alleging a pattern of similar treatment towards artists. The first artist you signed, Cynthia Morgan, cried, and now you are doing it to a literal teenager, she wrote. King Mali also firmly defended her talents and creative ownership, pushing back against any claim that undermined her work. I may be young, but I'm not dumb. I wrote my song by myself. I own my composition. I can perform all my songs. Read your contract again, she added. Her comments highlight growing tensions between the singer and her former label, as well as broader conversations around artists' rights, contract transparency, and exploitation in the music industry. Her former label boss Joy Tongo has also responded to the message via her Instagram story. She wrote, King Madi stealing and forgery are not the things I take lightly. If you use social media to spread false claims because you have fans and followers to damage my reputation, I will pursue all available legal remedies. Age is not an excuse for lawlessness or lies. If you think Nigeria has no law and you can do whatever you like, you and anyone involved will be held legally accountable. Using people to get to the next level ends with me and Jason. Talking live but saying nothing at the same time. American Love and Ole are at 100 million on Spotify, yet you claim it looked as if you didn't have a label. Also, the injunction ruling is why we can't issue a legal takedown now. What case have you won? Because the last time I checked, the case still hasn't gotten to trial. Comments on the post. King Madi is just selfish. Label funds and supports you when you are a nobody Afro artist. Don't you know you have an obligation to your label owner? You think you can just wake up one morning and think you can do whatever you like. Honor your contract. Another comment went further. For anyone who aspires to be a musician and is looking to join a record label, please read the contract properly. If you don't understand the contract due to the legal terms used within it, get someone you trust who understands law to break it down for you. If you are happy with the terms, you can go ahead and sign the contract. And if you don't like the terms, don't sign it. This will avoid any problems you may encounter with the record label in the future. The artists that made it out of messy record label situations were extremely lucky. A lot of artists' careers have been permanently destroyed because of this. Another comment said, I don't know why most young artists sign contracts with record label and after they make it big, that's boycotting the deal because it doesn't favor them in a long run. Most label aren't even guilty if we're looking at it from a capitalist view. Another comment said, hear from both sides before you judge. I don't know their story, but from experience in the industry, there are a lot of ungrateful lots that will bite the finger even before you fed them. While still on celebrity reactions, veteran actress Hilda Dokubo has criticized President Bola Tinubu over the country's security situation. In a wildly circulated video, veteran Nollywood actress and activist Hilda Dokubo has criticized President Bola Ahmed Tinubu over Nigeria's worsening security situation, calling for urgent government action and greater empathy towards citizens. In a widely shared video, she highlighted rising cases of kidnappings, attacks, and violence, noting that many Nigerians are living in fear without adequate protection. The cover stressed that leaders must take responsibility and directly address the realities faced by citizens, prioritizing human lives above politics. She also emphasized that insecurity affects daily life and national stability, urging both accountability from the government and continued public outcry.
You live a great life. You drive in armored vehicles escorted on both sides by armed security men, led by armed vans, and from behind a long convoy where they can hardly identify your armored vehicle. Your office has an armored door, long security queues before you can be seen. You fly in private jet, perhaps armored as well. And then you come out. Your children are not anywhere around us. And even the ones who are, they're just as protected. But not us ordinary Nigerians. And so you don't feel our pain. And that's why you can distance yourself from our cry by citing the example of Abraham and Isaac. The farmers who lose their farmlands daily do not need your distance. They need empathy and they need action. They need you to be able to protect the land. They need you to stop the insecurity that is plaguing their land. They don't need you giving them parables about Abraham and Isaac, the children who were tied up. Did you see that child? The one tied up with stone tied to his back, his legs and his hands tied together. How can that not move you, Mr. President? How can you be given parables when children are in tears? May no parent go through this fear of knowing that they may be the ones to bury their children, or worse, not even see the corpse of their children. Find better answers. And let all those who say this insecurity has always been here know that one day it might be their turn. Let them know that the land bleeds. What is flowing on our rivers is not water, it is the blood and tears of Nigerians. Let that mean something to you, Mr. President. My name is Hilda Dokubo, and this is the Oracle, and this Oracle will continue to speak.
Also making headlines is rapper CDQ. Nigerian indigenous rapper Sadiq Abubakar Yusuf, popularly known as CDQ, has sparked conversations about claiming that success in the Nigerian music industry may be difficult without belonging to certain influential groups. Speaking through a recent interview with content creator Jay Brandy, the rapper alleged that the entertainment industry had become heavily factionalized, making it challenging for independent artists to thrive. According to him, upcoming musicians often struggle to gain visibility and financial returns unless they are connected to powerful industry networks. You have to belong to a particular gang or cult before anybody can help you in the music industry, CDQ said. He further claimed that many artists spend large amounts of money on promotion without achieving significant success if they lack such affiliation. CDQ added that only a few musicians manage to break into mainstream success without such connection, describing those cases as rare and often based on luck. So, if you don't belong to this particular gang, or this particular group, or this particular cult, or whatever, you might probably spend a lot and not see anything in return, he said.
It has turned to a game of like you have to belong to a particular caucus or a gang or a cult or something. before anybody could actually help you. So if you're able to like come out on your own and God did it for you, you should thank God for that. So that's the hardest truth behind the whole thing. So if you don't belong to this particular gang or this particular group, this particular cultism or something, whatever, you might probably spend a lot and not see anything in return.
His comments have since generated reactions online, with many debating the influence of networks, connections, and alleged gatekeeping within the Nigerian music industry. Now, some lighter news. A romantic moment has captured attention online after Pella went down on one knee to propose to his partner, Jarvis, in an emotional display of love in Ghana. During the heartfelt proposal, Pella reflected on their relationship, expressing how much of a positive impact Jarvis has had on his life since they met. When we met in 2023, you have been a blessing to me. You have been encouraging me, and I have been doing so well in life since then, he said. The touching moment, marked by sincerity and gratitude, has since sparked reactions on social media, with many celebrating the couple and praising the emotional gesture. Pella's words highlighted the growth and support he has experienced in the relationship, making the proposal not just a declaration of love, but also an appreciation of their journey together.
I want to tell you something, and I'll be so much happy if I can hear your answer. When we meet in 2023, you have been like blessing, you have been encouraging me, and I've been doing well in life. And I want to tell you, will you marry? Just take it. Why are you crying?
Yeah.
The rain is falling.
I'll marry.
Yeah. I love you. I love you so much. Don't worry. We are getting married. Okay? Sorry. Yeah. Oh, I can't.
1, 2, 3, let's go.
The proposal has continued to gain attention online, with fans and well-wishers sharing in the couple's joy and expressing excitement over the new chapter in their relationship. Comments read, "What tribe in Nigeria has men on their knees to propose to a woman? Your father didn't do it. His father didn't do it. So you too shouldn't do it." Another comment said, "If South Africa was still allowing foreigners, I am sure he would be going there. But now, Ghana is the gateway of Africa since South Africa has started their nonsense. We use foreigners to build a nation. He has also given Ghana more publicity." However, Nigerian skitmaker and comedian Sabinus has expressed deep frustration over the ongoing insecurity in the country, particularly the abduction of school children who are still being held captive. In a recent comment, the comedian said he feels ashamed of the situation in Nigeria, blaming the country's leadership for failing to protect citizens. According to him, the continued captivity of the kidnapped students is heartbreaking and reflects poorly on the nation's governance and security system. Up till now, the kidnapped school children are still being held in the bush. Most times, I feel ashamed to even say I am a Nigerian because the leaders that are supposed to protect us are incompetent, he said. His remarks add to growing public outrage over the persistent wave of kidnappings and insecurity across several parts of the country, with many Nigerians calling for urgent government actions to secure the release of the victims.
Up till now, people children still dey inside bush. Like up till now, people children still dey inside bush. The people who we call governments, we claim say they in charge of our well-being. We claim say they in charge of security of the citizens. Up till now, I'm ashamed they catch me to toss I be Nigerian no. I don't tire. Shame they catch me. It is tiring now. I'm waiting to happen. Me and una know say if our police, army, navy, Anybody want to catch person in 2 minutes, they go catch him for this country. They can track anybody as far as you're inside Nigeria. But just see what they use for anything. I make una. This is people children, small children, small children. Children we don't know their front, we don't know their back, we don't even know what in the government. They don't know what in. They don't know like what is this now? Omo, it's that tired, you know. Nigerian government, no be so. But I be like, don't they go the angle where the government now want to push the citizens. Now want to push us. It don't happen for other countries, oh. It has happened in other countries. We say the citizens look back, say no, this thing need to end. Government need to talk to us. What thing they happen?
The situation has continued to spark reactions from celebrities, activists, and citizens who are demanding stronger security measures and accountability from authorities. Similarly, actor and BB Niger star Teddy A has criticized the Oyo State government over its handling of security following the abduction of students and teachers on May 15, 2026. The victims have reportedly been held for over 2 weeks, sparking nationwide outrage and calls for urgent intervention. Teddy A questioned the effectiveness of the state security funding, noting that Oyo State allegedly receives about 12 billion annually as security vote, yet residents remain unsafe. He expressed concerns over a gap between allocated funds and actual protection and suggested that political interest may be affecting governance priorities. This incident has drawn widespread reactions, with citizens and public figures urging both state and federal authorities to intensify efforts to rescue the victims and address Nigeria's broader insecurity challenges. Joining the conversation is the US-based Nigerian rapper Youngsters has reacted to the abduction of school teachers and pupils in Oyo State, calling for urgent government action in a video where he stressed that the primary duty of any president is to protect lives and property, placing security above economic policies and political activities. He stated that if the current administration fails to secure the release of the kidnapped victims and address rising insecurity, citizens have the right to demand accountability, including calls for resignation. Youngsters also criticized the government's leadership approach, arguing that governance should prioritize human safety over political interest.
Yo, what up, JD? It's your boy Young Six Swagalomo. And I know me, I know to be talk when it comes to some kind of things, especially political things. I like to stay out of them, but there's no way for me to ignore what's going on. The kidnapping of kids, teachers, and stuff like that. There's no need to lament on the issues already because it doesn't solve any problem. My own take is this. If Tinubu cannot bring back those kids and those teachers, then the Tinubu Go movement must start. Tinubu must go. The job of a president is not the job of a layman. A president is someone that can protect a nation. If you cannot protect our nation, Nigeria, Oga, just leave. It simply means you cannot do the job. The job is not just about borrowing money, allocating contracts to your friends and all of that. Now understand that nobody is perfect, right? If you cannot genuinely, you don't have the solutions, reach out to people. There are people that have the solutions. When they see the bandits, all those boys, they not reach run enter. Men day with the para pass those boys. When we see they go run those boys on the low. If you not get access, no wahala. Call men if you run. I know they sort of say, are they capable say for one thing? I know say this thing not be one person job. Now collective efforts. You don't understand? Now so it just be. Tinubu, if you cannot protect us, then Tinubu must go. I've said my own.
His comments have sparked mixed reaction, reflecting ongoing national concern and debate over insecurity in Nigeria. Also, Nigerian comedian and skit maker Abudu Gafar Ahmed Abiola, popularly known as Chief Abiola, has issued a heartfelt apology to former First Lady Patience Jonathan over remarks he made years ago regarding her reaction to the 2014 Chibok schoolgirls abduction. The apology has reignited public conversations around one of the Nigerian's most painful national tragedies and the way Patient Jonathan's emotional response was perceived at that time. Taking to his Instagram and Facebook pages, Cute Abiola reflected on the incident, admitting that the former First Lady's tears and passionate pleas were unfairly mocked. He acknowledged that her reaction came from a place of genuine empathy and concern for the abducted girls and their families. Mommy, I just want to say we are sorry, he wrote. He continued by recognizing that her emotional display, once ridiculed by many, should have been seen as a reflection of humanity rather than weakness. Years ago, when you cried on national television over the pain, bloodshed, and kidnapping of innocent children, you felt the pain of the victims and their families. You spoke with emotion because you understood the gravity of what was happening to our nation. Today, as kidnapping and insecurity continue to affect innocent Nigerians, many now realize that your tears were not a weakness, they were humanity. He concluded by apologizing for the ridicule she faced and expressing gratitude for her courage to speak up during a difficult time, while also offering her prayers for affected families and the nation. The apology has since sparked mixed reactions across social media. While some users commended the comedian for acknowledging past mistakes, others used the moment to reflect on the country's current security challenges. Cute Abiola's statement has not only served as a personal apology, but also as a broader reflection on empathy, leadership, and how public figures are judged during moments of national crisis. Away from Nigeria, we have British actor Idris Elba has been officially knighted by King Charles III, earning the title of Sir Idris Elba in recognition of his contributions to the youth development and community work. The 53-year-old actor, musician, and activist was honored during a ceremony held at Windsor Castle on June 2nd, where the king formally conferred the knighthood as Elba knelt before him. Elba was included in the King's 26th New Year Honours list, highlighting his long-standing commitment to empowering young people through education, mentorship, and community initiatives. In 2022, he established the Elba Hope Foundation, an organization focused on supporting grassroots projects and promoting sustainable development. His dedication to youth advocacy is also deeply personal, having once benefited from support provided by the King's Trust, which enables him to attend the National Youth Music Theatre at the age of 18. The honor marks a significant milestone in Elba's career, not only celebrating his achievements in the entertainment industry, but also recognizing his impact beyond the screen through philanthropy and social change. And finally, Africa is making a powerful statement on the global stage as Nigerian artists take center stage in official music rollouts for the FIFA World Cup 2026 soundtrack. Leading the charge, Rema features on the track Goals, alongside international stars Lisa and Anita, marking one of the major global records tied to the tournament's music campaign. Davido also secured a prominent spot on the soundtrack with No Place Like Home, a collaboration with Major Lazer and Nelly Furtado, further showcasing Afrobeat's global reach. Adding to the impressive lineup, we have Burna Boy, who teamed up with Shakira on Die Die, a standout anthem that blends African and Latin influences, reinforcing the continent's growing musical footprint. The inclusion of this Nigerian superstars highlights Africa's increasing influence in shaping global football culture through music, with West Africa strongly represented across key collaborations. As anticipation builds towards the tournament, conversation has begun around broader African representation, particularly from other regions of the continent. With Afrobeat continuing to dominate the global soundscape, many are now asking, which African artist deserves a moment on the World Cup stage? The discussion reflects a larger movement. Africa is no longer just participating in global culture, it is helping to define it. And that's it on DGM Entertainment today. Thank you for watching. I am Lillian. Stay informed, stay entertained, and keep following Diaspora Digital Media for more updates.